What's up, beer tubers? Today, bringing you another beer review, something right out of my backyard. Fulton Brewing Company's The Worthy Adversary. It's their Russian Imperial Stout, clocks in at 9.2% and 81 IBUs. This is the first time they've ever bottled this. They generally only do 6-packs of their Lonely Blonde, American Blonde Ale, and Sweet Child of Vine, which is an American IPA. I believe both of which are contract brewed through Sand Creek Brewing Company in Black River Falls, Wisconsin. Personally, not my favorites, but I did have Worthy Adversary a couple times over the few years that they served it in kegs. And they do a coffee version of this with Peace Coffee in Minnesota called War and Peace. So that one, I believe, is also hitting bottles. So look for that review, along with possibly the Libertine, which is their Imperial Red. But enough of Fulton. Little quick background on them. They were home brewers in a garage back in 2006 and served their first keg at the Happy Gnome. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it, let you know how I think it smells, how I taste, and give you what I really think about this beer. Not much of a hiss on this. Using a Leinenkugel snifter, but it's the only one that I have that is currently clean and appropriate for the beer. So let's get into this one. The pour is actually a lot less dark than I thought it was. As you can see, I'm chugging it a little bit to see if I can get some head. There is about my fat little pinky's worth of dark mocha head. Tight lacing, tight bubbles, classic Imperial Stout like you would think. I hold it to the light. I can't see through it. The lighting in here isn't the greatest, but definitely opaque. Looks much darker in the glass than in the pour. Without further ado, let's get a nose on it. Huge roasted barley and coffee presence with a faint baker's chocolate. I always use that one. And what I mean by that is it's not a sweet chocolate per se. It's just that dry cocoa almost. I don't smell any booziness. I do smell a little bit of a hint of rye, which I believe when I talked to one of their brewers, they said they were using a chocolate rye malt in this year's batch, which is exciting. I use that in my homebrew's batch. But yeah, not much else on there other than the cocoa, the roasted barley, and or the coffee. My apologies. It is late tonight. I did decide to do this one on a whim after work. So without further ado, let's get the taste on Fulton Worthy Adversary. Man. Woo. It's like the old Rasputin classic Imperial Stout take on an Imperial Stout. It's not big and sweet. It's got some nice, huge roast character to it. Dark malts. It's bitter, I think, from the 81 IBUs. This bottle's probably 3 months old, maybe. This is actually 9.5%. Sorry, I misquoted things here. But again, yeah, lots of dark malts, roasted coffee, roasted barley, faint bit of chocolate I'm picking up on. I can feel the spiciness, probably combined with some of the hot bitterness on the sides of my tongue there, that classic rye. Really smooth though, really smooth for 9.5%. I did serve it probably a little cold at 45 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 50. But I'm going to let this one warm up a little bit and really see what I think. I believe it gets a 4.28 on Beer Advocate with about 60 reviews. So that's a pretty good rating for a small brewery like Fulton who only brews certain things in their actual brewery. This is one of them. This is actually in barrels as well, I have heard. So I'm really excited for that one. You know me, I'm a barrel-aged junkie. If you haven't figured that out by now, you'll be seeing a plethora of barrel-aged beer being reviewed. There is a little alcohol in the nose. You can see the legs are nice. There's a nice lacing, nice coating, but overall, a nice Imperial Stout. So the final verdict on the Fulton Imperial Stout, I'm going to go with, it is that classic, almost classified as a West Coast Imperial Stout with the old Rasputin-like flavors. Kind of reminds me, reminiscent slightly of a tamed down Founders Imperial Stout with the bitterness from the hops, and there's a little bit of characteristics of Expedition when it's fresh with the huge roast character. But out of 100, I'm gonna go, an 87 here. It's not the best Imperial Stout I've ever had, but by far it is not the worst. And for the price for this beer, I want to say it was like $9.99 or $10.99 at Bomber. To support a local brewery, I can't go wrong. Definitely excited to see what these guys are doing. They're on the map in Minneapolis. They do good work. I'm excited to see some of their barrel age offerings. But Worthy Adversary, if you guys need any and you really want to try it, I'd gladly trade a bottle away. I've got a few stashed away. But as always, guys, thanks for watching my reviews. I'm still getting my feet from under me here on this whole YouTube brewing thing, beer reviews thing. So really thank you again, and remember to respect beer, guys. Cheers.